Welcome to the Iron Horse Route, home of the Denver Rio Grand Western. This is Brian. I'm glad you're here, and if you're not already a subscriber, I want to encourage you to subscribe, because when you're a subscriber here, you get access to a lot of great model railroad video uploads. And so now that you're subscribed, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video upload, which is coming up right now. Let's get ready to rumble! Hey there, Trackside Mike. How you doing? Good to see you. Do you stream in about an hour and a half? I think you do. It's either you or are you Monday at 8? Good to see you, by the way. I need to clean my glasses so I can read the chat from here. I was trying to get the chat right here in front of me, but I can't really do it at the same time and takes up too much of the table. Cab Crew at 8. That's who does that. And okay, Cab Crew's at 8. Hey, Wild Bill. Good to see you, man. How you doing? Nice to see you. Happy Thanksgiving almost. I've got man, I've been busy today. But I gotta, when we're done with this, I gotta go inject the turkey, and then I'm making chicken and dumplings and turkey. I won't start the dumplings, I don't think, till the morning. But the turkey's got to go in about midnight, because I cook it at least 16 hours. Well, excuse me, at least 14 hours, sometimes 16. And so I inject it, and I put lemons and limes and onions inside of it, and then I crank the oven up to about 450, and I put it in there for about 30 minutes, and it browns the skin. Then I pull it back out. I turn the oven down to 200, and I foil it over entirely. And I put it in there, and I cook it for about 13 more hours. 13 to 15 more hours, depending upon the size of the bird. And man, the meat is like falls apart. Yeah, and then I'm making my making chicken and dumplings too. What happened? The air must have gotten into this and sucked some of the paint up. That's kind of interesting. That's physics right there, or something similar. All right. Yeah, I lost the lid to this little airbrush glass thing, and the disposable. I got a cat squalling outside, making Gracie crazy, and she doesn't need an excuse. Um, but the disposable forks and knives that you can get from the fast food places, if you cut the bag and dump the stuff out, the bag fits right over the top of it, perfect. And so the uh, for the chicken and dumplings, I'll be doing the broth that way. And she barks. All right, excuse me. I'll be right back. I apologize. Sorry about that. Hey, John, how's it going? Good to see you. So I gave my turkey recipe, John. I feel like I need to do it again because I'd like to try to make you hungry if I could help it. Chicken and dumplings has got stuff in it you wouldn't like, but the turkey, you'd be fine with it. It's got butter and garlic in it and heat. But what happens is when you put that turkey in. Oh, how am I getting all the cameras working? Um, let's see. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. All right. So I'm using StreamYard and OBS together. And so I can run, I think I've done 4 cameras before, but I think it gets kind of labor intensive, or whatever on the computer. But 2 or 3 is fine. And then I come in with another device. Um, I come in with another device into StreamYard. And then so I've got 2 participants in here. So 2 separate. I've got the OBS is the big one with the multiple cameras, and then the other one, the picture of just me, is a separate device in as a different participant in the meeting. And so that might have been more about what you were asking. So I inject it, I stuff it with lemons and limes, and I do put an onion in there, but that's on the inside, John. You ain't got to eat the onion. And some garlic on the inside. And after I inject it with butter and garlic, and I'll let that sit a few hours tonight. And then I'll crank the oven up to 450, and I'll put the turkey in there uncovered for 30 or 45 minutes, and it sears all the skin on the outside, and all the juice can't get out after that. So right before it burns, I mean, I wait till it's good and brown, but right before it burns, I pull it and turn the oven down to 200 and put a tin foil, aluminum foil tent over the top now, and throw a thermometer in there. Once the temperature drops back down to close to 200, I'll put it in and let it ride for about 13 to 15 hours. And yeah, that's a good bird because it's real moist. You don't need nothing to drink with it. And there's not a whole lot of leftover turkey sandwiches with that one because folks eat more than the one helping. But tomorrow we don't have a real big group. Our family's a little bit splintered, and so we will have leftover turkey sandwiches, which I like to have. I like to have everybody around too, but we could have cooked 2 turkeys if we had everybody around. I could FedEx some maybe. And then the chicken and dumplings you wouldn't like because I put normally when I make them for me and AJ, you would love them, John. But because it's just chicken and dumpling, and it's chicken dumplings and cream of chicken soup basically with chicken broth. So the cream of chicken soup is thinned with chicken broth instead of water. Oh man, I love to take the white bread and barely toast it just a little bit and put mustard and spread the mustard on the bread real good and put salt and pepper on the mustard and then lay the turkey down, the pulled turkey down, cold or hot, it don't matter. Um, and sometimes if I'm trying to stretch the turkey out, I'll take a piece of bread and do the same thing, but I'll fold it over like a hot dog bun almost, and that way I don't have to put as much turkey in there. Oh yeah, my dad was a huge fan of cranberry, and so is my grandma. And my grandma's 97. She'll be here tomorrow, and she lives between here and my mom, and but she misses my dad because he was the only other one in the family who would eat cranberry sauce. Well, he's from Pennsylvania, so yeah, the leftover turkey sandwiches. Um, that's exactly what I think about every time I watch the Christmas story, a Christmas story, when the Bumpus's dogs eat the turkey. I keep trying to get John to watch it. He doesn't watch movies, and he never has, I guess. And I don't know that he could sit still that long, but um, and I can't really either since I got into modeling. But what I can do is I can put a movie on and let it play, and I'll probably play it 5 or 6 times in the background and listen. But sure enough, I'll know it by then. I did that with that show The Penguin. HBO and Cinemax has Colin Farrell playing the Penguin, and they got 8 episodes. And it's set in Gotham, and it's a lot of it set kind of in the 60s, 70s is what it kind of looks like, but then they still got cell phones. So, but yeah, the Christmas Story is the one that I showed you the that intro to, John. Uh, yeah, John has not seen A Christmas Story. I had to send him the part, the part in the beginning, Mike, where you see the trains when they're looking in the department store window. I bet you know exactly what I'm talking about. And but that's what I want to do, a short clip of that for an intro to a video um that I'm going to be hopefully doing in the near future. Um I don't have time to do anything right now though. That's why, yeah, I watched that part. I sent that video to John. The first, I think it's the first, probably maybe 2 or 3 minutes of the movie. There's a clip on YouTube, and I just shared it with John. And but I can watch that over and over. Actually, I really can. The beginning and everything with the music and the feel of it, and showing the trains in the department store window and everything. It's just kind of a feel good um, thing to me. And I don't. I watch Christmas movies probably more than I do Christmas carols. Um, but I got a 9-year-old, and we stay in the spirit around here. We have a elf on the shelf that'll show up. Normally shows up, has the past 4 years. Elf on the shelf that shows up on Thanksgiving, and she stays here through Christmas Day. Yeah, and HBO Max has both of those movies. And I kind of flash back and forth between them because I will get tired of Vacation. um, I don't get tired of parts of Vacation, but there's other parts of Vacation I do. So, um, I like the parts when he still thinks the vacation's gonna go well. um, and even after Eddie arrives. But that's really what does it for me is cousin Eddie. So you have seen it? All right. John saw that one. And so what I decided to do with this guy is I did the windows. Wasn't any fun either. I did all these windows. And you know what? I got a couple at least better than average modelers in here. Oh no, I need to put a thing on this one. I thought I was missing one. What did I do with that? Anyway, I can fix that, but I only got to do one. But these took forever. But anyway, I haven't seen anybody but Mike and John so far, but if y'all are both still here, I use this window filament on the back. And what it is it's like a projection sheet. Okay. And it's kind of flimsy and it will glue down okay, but it's kind of a pain to do. I'm looking for a better way to do windows. Now, most of my models don't look like this, as far as not that many windows all the time. But this one's real labor intensive. But like what I don't want to do is have something that takes longer. So like I think the all right, I think the glue, thank you, Mike. I think the glue, um, I don't know. I just there's a glue you can use as a window, but I think that would take a lot longer than this. Um, I'm kind of okay. I mean, I'm pretty much okay with the way this looks. But um I don't think I can 3D print clear windows. And so I need a way to put in windows that looks better than this, because what I really don't like is that if you did do an interior, you can see this on the back of the wall. And so when I did an Uncle Digger's cabin, now on these, I don't have much choice because the whole thing's windows on some of them. But on the Uncle Digger's cabin I found an alternate way to do those windows. Um, but I'm gonna ask you about that in just a second, John. I found an alternate way to do those windows, but that was in S scale. So that's kind of simple to fix that one. When you're in 1 to 64, um, it ain't hard to do windows. But when you're in 1 to 160, it is, however, hard. And I hate that. It means my extruder needs to be tightened. All right. So this guy sits like so. And here. And yeah, I think here. Here. So the footprint on the N scale isn't that big, really. I mean, it's kind of big, but it isn't that big. I don't know that I'm pointing these all in the right direction, but you'll get the footprint point. And so what I was thinking is that I need to go ahead and assemble them connected. Not con- I don't need to connect them now necessarily, but as I get the walls on, I need to assemble them, because what's going to happen is I'm going to come to the roofs, and the roofs need to fit together properly. And I guess I could just set them there, but and if I do an HO assembly for somebody, I'm probably not going to go ahead and put it together. I think this is supposed to be like this. Yeah, because my walkway comes, I've got a walkway that comes through here and cuts back across here. So resin print clear windows and then paint the window frames. So John, how I was showing David last night, how I put the brown frame in the white? Would I be putting the window down just like that? And could I do that into a frame? Or are you actually talking about um, just painting the outside, a rectangle around the outside? I would like to have I think I could do that if I could print the windows that small. Can you print something that small? Like an N scale window in clear? Are you talking about doing it with the frame Vaseline in the window, painting the frame, wiping off the dried Vaseline after it dries. Yeah, eh, but an N scale window is a lot smaller than those cars, even, you know, as a whole. The thing is, and it might do it fine if once I get it dialed in, but I'm getting an alert that's saying the piece is too small that I'm doing already. Like when I do an N scale window panel, the outside, which it will do. Hey, Mike, I appreciate you. You have a great Thanksgiving too. Thanks for dropping in to see you. It was great to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Come in to see us next time. I'm trying to do this on Wednesdays at 5. So, well, 6 train time. So 6 Eastern. I'm trying to do this about an hour or so. I definitely want to get off before those other guys start at 8. So thank you, Mike. Good to see you. Yeah. And I was really kind of disappointed that I was kind of banking on the fact that I might not that I'd be able to. I didn't think easily, but I thought it would be fairly easy to even do the Z scale accessories, and it seems like that might not be the case. So, but it did do a real good job on those chairs and that table in S scale, which those weren't huge, you know. Um, so what is it, 6:47? I guess I could start doing some work. I want to make a point to come on here and talk to y'all a little while before I get started, and that's for me. Because I've been so busy, I couldn't wait to come on here and get on here and just sit back and relax a little bit because I've been moving. Um, oh, I wish I would have told this story when Mike was here too, John. So AJ's been gone for about 2 days, I guess. Um, Maybe 3. Monday she was here. And so anyway, I go get her from she stayed the night with a friend last night at a slumber party for a birthday. And I go get her and we pull in the driveway. No sooner do we pull in the driveway does the one package arrive that I did not need her to see. So she's out in the yard greeting friends in the neighborhood that saw her pull up. So I send them to the neighbor's house like they're in trouble or something, and to include mine. Text the neighbor, tell her that I need her to hold my child down for a while because this thing weighs 229 pounds and has a picture on it. Didn't come in a regular delivery truck. This thing came in one of those trucks with the zzz and all that stuff. And yeah, so then the guy didn't want to bring it all the way in the house. So he brought it almost to the door. So Avery's outside playing with friends, and I got this box by the door. So I go get a fitted bed sheet, and I go and I mean this because this thing's real heavy, and so I just kind of anchor it under each corner on the bottom and flip it over the top. And then I asked my neighbor who's got a young son who looks like he eats spinach all the time. He came over and helped me move it in the house. So I got it over there by the tree now against the wall with the bed sheet on it. But I gotta I'm gonna have to like kind of leave it where it is, but wrap it to the best of my ability with it leaning against the wall like that. It's the box is a good 6x6 by 1 and 230. And I mean, like, I can barely move it by myself. So anyway, what I'm thinking is I'll let AJ open the packaging. I'll cover up everything I can that makes it identifiable. I'll wrap it up as good as I can. Christmas Eve, I'll let AJ tear open all the packaging, but that's it, not see what's inside. And then when she goes to bed, I'll see if I can get it together. But I got to go to bed before Santa Claus gets here too, so that's going to be tricky. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can just imagine that it's super heavy, it's super wide. It's hard to even pull off the wall, and so I don't know what I'm going to do really. All right. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to think I'll start with building one and work my way around. Um, Makes sense, I guess. Um, Sometimes start with that one because that's the one that can cause the most problems, but I'm not wanting that to happen. So this scared me yesterday because I don't know if you can see these. Let me move this. Because I was checking this and it looks short. And because all my pieces, are, and I checked everything too, go right out to where they're supposed to on the edge. And then they come to a 45. Well, this one doesn't have the 45s and doesn't go out to the edge. I almost freaked out. Then I got to remembering that they got these funky pieces here. That they stick, they're weird the way they come in, and it's because they extrude, and so you can't do a 45 on that one right there. So, or I wasn't able to do that at that time. I could do half the wall now and the other half of the wall, but it'd be iffy right there at the corner. Um, and so I need to find my, because I just need us to do a simple one. So what is canopy glue, John? Oh, and hey, Lee, good to see you, man. So this is a very simple one, thank goodness, because man, I was sick of doing these things. Um, because what I do is, I got to get it stuck and stuck everywhere well without getting glue to run into the window part of it, because then you can see a wet mark. And so you got to be real careful with the amount of glue you use. Um, is is it time consuming to use? Because I don't have a problem if it's time consuming to use in certain situations, but there'd be times where even if it looks great, it might not be the most effective thing for me. All right, buddy. You have a good evening. Sleep well. Dream about model trains and scenery and your new workbench. So what I've been doing is, I moved it. I moved everything because I was going to try to put the computer um, over right here so I could see the chat and be looking right at the camera at almost the same time instead of over here. Well, what I do is I take the brush, I put a dot near the window because I need it to stick right there because I don't want it flaring out. But then I kind of take a brush and I wipe the dot away from the window itself. And if it does get in there a little bit, I just kind of smear it. But it will this PLA will kind of suck up the glue a little bit. And so once I get it on there, I don't want to move it a ton. But then I kind of hit my corners and brush away from the and these things are kind of weird. One side, the right side flexes down just like I need it to. The other side kind of wants to pop up, and I did this one this way. So it's very possible that I need to do this one again, and I probably do. So I don't know if I can do this without it being seen. We'll have to see. I don't think we can. Nope. There's a dot of glue in the glass. And so I didn't do what I was trying not to do. I just I didn't have the right side facing down, and I didn't cut it from the right side. And so the right side wouldn't face down. Now we'll do that again. And then I'm gonna have lied because I'm gonna go do building 2 first while this dries. Yes. All right. When's that bowl game? Okay, now you're talking. So use the canopy glue to do this. That makes all kind of sense in the world. Because if it could work as the window itself, I don't know why this end's wanting to curl up. I did the right side. All right, I'll try this a different way. Yes, I'm gonna have to set my alarm to cook the turkey. Stupid. I'm very bad about that when it won't come out. I got it though that time. No, I didn't. Now I did. All right. And it's called canopy glue. I'm gonna have to check that out on Amazon. I got a guy threatening to buy some stuff. And if he does, I was actually getting ready to, I kind of thought he was already going to take care of it, and he hadn't quite yet. But there's a part of that's my fault. But anyway, long story short, I'm going to be weathering a couple, about 3 models. And so I might be getting you to help me pick out some weathering supplies. I kind of felt like we could be busy in here tonight in the stream, or we might not. I figured everybody's probably like me, running around crazy. But sometimes on nights off like this, you got people at home watching. All right, we got one, two. This one goes with it. That's what it is. All right. And I figured out these walls, why they are the way they are. They're hidden totally. And I guess that's why I've never fixed them, because they got another wall sitting right up beside them. I was like, why did I leave those like that? That's why they can't be seen. I still need to fix them. That's not a good reason, but that's pretty much the reason why I've left them alone and hadn't fixed it. All right. See if we can keep this under control. We need to get a tip. Hey, Larry, how you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome and happy almost Thanksgiving. So is this to a wrong here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get back on there. You get spoiled doing S scale and HO scale models. And I had to do a Z scale Uncle Dave's Cabin. I didn't even try to stream that. Lots of bad words had to be said. Golly, I'd quit being so rough with it. Um, when I designed this back in the day, I put these windows way too close to the corners. It looks good, but um, I would like to go back now and fix them, but the whole wall would have to be reconstructed, because I was learning Tinkercad when I made this, and so I'm sure I grouped and ungrouped this thing 100 times in the CAD program. All right, let's see what we're looking at here. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Kind of wishing I would have done this off this base and then just came in and put it on at the end. Should have. This is only the second time I've assembled this model. Most of my models I put together 10 plus times. Not this one. I do have people purchase this model a good bit, but they don't have me assemble it. Maybe they're smart. I'm trying to mess stuff up. There we go. You're an N scale. I got you. Same here. Um, Larry, I have an Etsy store, and so I sell models in T scale, which is 1 to 450. You probably know that. T, Z, N, H, O, S, and O. And I hate printing S scale models, and I love to put them together. I hate printing O scale models and love to put them together. HO is a nice medium, and N scale is great unless you've been putting together the bigger models a good bit. So there we go. I'm going to make this shelf bigger. There we go. Okay. It's the right height and everything. There you go. All right. Thank you, John. Um, yeah, Larry, man, the things I've learned um in the last 5 or 6 years, all of which I knew how to basically do none of before. It's amazing. Um, and I guess we're pushing into getting close to 6 years now. Cause I was still married when I started doing this. John, have I known you over 6 years now? You think it's been that long? Because I came to know you pretty quick, um, pretty real quick. I um I still think that Wild Bill was my first my first subscriber. I do. Hmm. That's kind of weird. I can barely see light. On one side, I can't see it at all, but I know it's there because I can see it on the other side. Oh, all right. I guess I will throw a little insert down in there just to make sure before I put the roofs on. I'll do that. I got to be careful too because the roofs fit pretty close, and there's a insert that goes in there, and the inserts will grab the windows if I'm not careful. All right, which side of this is which? I got to remember. This way. I believe we are here and here. This is 2A, correct. All right. Yeah, I've gone through and tweaked all the sizes on all this, and so it is fitting pretty well. But um, there are some things I didn't know how to do when I was designing this that could have made things better. And so I'm going to need to go in and do some work on this. It's just going to be a lot of work, unfortunately. This side butts up into this other piece, and this side comes to I guess it's a 22-degree angle, 22.5. That actually went together surprisingly well. See if we can get this piece in there. I don't think I usually do it this way, but I guess I didn't put adhesive on this side. Just a little more down here. And I'll do 3 inserts, one here, here, and here to make sure that we don't have any light showing. So, John, if I've got a 22.5 angle and I want to make a triangle or a triangle um, shaped insert, would I make it 22 as well to fill it? If that makes any sense. Really is a pretty good fit, though, to be honest. I'm just scared that an LED might. Be careful. Make sure that doesn't run. I don't think it will, but we're going to be sure. All right, good. Good. Oh, it's 135, isn't it? Is it 135? Okay. And so yeah, this is more than 90. So it would be I did I think I made it 135. I would hope I did. But you know what it is? Huh. I do know what it is, but I'll have to ask you more about that in a bit. All right. Um what is the I guess it could be different. Never mind. That's not a standard thing that could change. All right. So we'll put this here and we'll go to 1. Hopefully we're dry now here. We should be. And the front of 1 looks like so. And so we'll do the back of 1 because the front's weird. We'll do the weird part last. Maybe we should do the weird part first. I usually pick wrong on this. All right. So this would go. I got glue on the wrong stuff, man. No, I don't. Here, there, here, here. Last night talking to the guys was pretty fun, John. I was tired of being on camera by the end of the night, but that's because I had tutored and then streamed and then did the meeting yesterday, so I was puckered out. All right, so this is gonna go here. This is gonna go here. I gotta. Is something blocking that from going down? No, I guess not. That fit together good. I don't know how I put mine together. Because I adjusted some things to make this fit better. I must have. Hey, Dave BNSF. It's good to see you, man. Happy Thanksgiving almost to you. Did I get adhesive here? Thank you for coming. Good to see you. We already went through the turkey recipe. I didn't go through the chicken and dumpling recipe, though, because John thinks some of it's yucky. John doesn't like vegetables. Or some of them. He does like some of them, I think. Is mac and cheese a vegetable? That's good there. All right. Yeah, so if I've got a 45-degree angle, um, I can do a 45-degree. So if I lay a triangle down, John, and I'm going to pick it up by the millimeter, how do I know what angle it is? I don't know that the ruler will tell me that. But I guess if it's the same width that it is high, is it gonna be? Hey, AJ's Trains, good to see you, man. Um, good for you. They don't eat cranberry sauce in the South. My daddy did though, but he was from Pennsylvania. But he met my mom from Keesler and ended up living down here. All right. All right. So I take these chicken thighs with the skin on and the bone on, and I boil them. Just enough water to cover them, but I boil them. And then I put them in the refrigerator and I keep the water. And I put the onions and the garlic in the water and I simmer it for just a little while till the onions start to get soft. And then I move everything to the crock pot. So I pour the water in the crock pot with the onions and the garlic in it. That's basically chicken broth because it's been having chicken boiled in it. And then I pull, once the chicken's cool, I pull it like pulled pork. I kind of make it stringy and get it all in there. And then I put in some mushrooms and a can of cream of chicken soup. And then I cut up flour tortillas and I let it simmer in there on low for a few hours. And those flour tortillas puff up just like dumplings. All right. I mean, this is just a rectangle, but it went together well for a rectangle. This goes together like this. I think it's like that. Maybe I had it, maybe it goes out to the touch here. And then it turns because the rest of the building goes this way. All right, where are we at on time? 6:26. Yeah, it's just you. I'm only gonna. I mean, I'm gonna have a few folks over here, but not very many. My 97-year-old grandma will be here, and my mama will be here, and my daughter will be here, which really is pretty cool, you know. So 4 generations of us, but um, the my mom and my grandma share a birthday, and so oh, I gotta print something else. Whoa. Okay, well that's kind of cool. Um, so I'll explain that in just a second, and then we'll go there. So they share a birthday. So and Nana's at the nursing home, which is like I said, between my mom lives about 3 miles from here, and Nana's nursing home is between here and there. And Nana's house is between her house and mom's. So it's not very far from her house. So anyway, she wanted to go to her house. And so on her birthday, everybody got together and went over there because it's both mom and her's birthday. And so anyway, the whole family got together a week ago, 10 days ago. So um, everybody kind of have other families too, and kind of spread out because of that. I think so. We'll have a small group, but leftover turkey because of that too. There's nothing wrong with leftover turkey. So building 3 comes in here just like this, and it uses 2 of these. All right, which we have, and that's all good and fine. It actually, I can't remember if yeah, it comes in like this. It's here. I can't remember. I keep grabbing the wrong one or something, but all right. And so you get, uh-oh, I need to do that. Fix that. So you get one of these on each side. And what I do is I've got just mock walls, but they're actually walls. They just don't have any logs or anything, and they don't need to be painted because they're totally hidden. But I do have a wall that goes here and a wall that goes here that doesn't require paint, and it doesn't have any texture on it or anything like that. It's just a solid wall. And because they're hidden, I didn't think about them, and so I didn't print them yet. So um, we'll um, we'll probably, and then I'm going to go inject the turkey. I got to go wash it and clean it, and then I'll inject it with garlic and butter. We got this stuff, and it's made about 45 minutes from here, called Tony Chacherone's, and they make a liquid garlic and butter injection for the turkey, and y'all might use that yourselves. Um, but we blow that turkey up pretty good with that and let it soak in there for about 3 hours before we I put it in the oven. And I do go ahead and I put it in the oven after about 3 hours though, because what I found is if I leave it in there overnight, it all runs out. I mean, it's doing a lot of good because it's soaking in there. I mean, it's running out slow, but it all runs out, and then when you sear the skin and you're bubbling it in there, that butter is in there bubbling inside the under the skin. Oh, that's great. Pineapple cheese pie. I mean, it's got to be good, or you wouldn't make it. But I'm having to do a stretch. But anyway, John, yeah, you have a good evening, and thank you for being here, and happy Thanksgiving. I'll probably hopefully check in with you at some point tomorrow. Um, I don't get I don't get with my family until later in the afternoon. We're going to be doing a later Thanksgiving, and so if I can muster the energy up to load the print up um, to print this out, I'll come back on tomorrow, and I'll come back on tomorrow. It'd probably be early though. 10ish. Um, uh, yeah, 10ish train time probably. I might come back on and finish up the rest of these. Um, I do have. I'm gonna go ahead and print some inserts for in here, and I can do the other buildings and the roofing. And then what I'll do is I'll print all the accessories and come back in over the weekend, and we'll do all that. Because this has a lot of accessories that needs to be done to it too. So we're just getting started on this. It was great to see you, Dave. And Larry, thank you for joining us. I don't know if you're still here, but we appreciate you saying hello. So we knew you were here, and thank you for watching. If any of those of you that were in chat that didn't speak up, we thank you for watching. I still get watch time for that too, whether you chat or not. So I appreciate you being here. If you're watching on the replay, I'd appreciate it if you smash the thumbs up. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. If you're watching this today or tomorrow, I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. And if you're watching the replay later than that, thank you for watching. Y'all subscribe if you're not already. And I plan on streaming tomorrow morning and knocking another good portion of this out. Probably got probably three more episodes before we'll be done, unless I do a real long one. So y'all have a good evening, and don't eat too much until I see you again.